This episode of Gameboiz is brought to you by Laguna Motors. Why waste times with Craigslist clowns and sled lots with trailer offices? Buy with ease. Buy with confidence. Visit us in beautiful South Orange County and visit Laguna Motors at Laguna Motors on Instagram, and LagunaMotorsOC.com is the website. You're right. Maybe I should have read it. Maybe I should have I had most of it. Like 80% I was there.
It
and
started
then
good, but like at the end, I could tell your confidence was wavering at the beginning.
Yeah, I was trying to read it in my head, and I was like, oh, I don't know how it ends.
Just the website, man. LagunaMotorsOC.com.
And check them out on Instagram at Laguna Motors.
Oh, that's so funny, dude.
Hadouken! He's on fire! Come here!
It's me! Listen!
Hi, guys. We're back.
That's how a transition happens.
What's up, Twitch? We're on Twitch right now, guys. Check us out. Twitch. Was it?
Twitch.tv/Gameboiz podcast.
With a Z?
GAMEBOIZ podcast. Peep it. We don't have good video or audio yet.
Yeah, no. You're staring at our fucking 8-bit faces, courtesy of Nick Lanny.
But it's a start. So I feel it's like one of those things where it's like you have to like cold water, it's just like you gotta take that first dive or you're never gonna
And I think it's
so.
important in terms of like social media to already have content before you push it hard. And it's like, we know no one's gonna follow this, but like we'll bank 3 episodes and then start pushing out. Then when you go to the website, there's actually something to consume, and it's not a splash page going coming soon.
Right.
So
yeah, that used to be a way more common thing. Like remember, like this site is under construction. Like that doesn't happen anymore.
You can't do that anymore. You can't. Like even when I started our Instagram, I banked probably 13 posts, and then I started tagging people, and then I started interacting. It's like engagement's so important these days.
It's unfortunate because I hate
Me
engaging with
Me
people.
too. Like that's part of my job now. I wake up and I try to interact with 6 unique accounts per account.
Wow.
Per account. Per social media. That's
ridiculous.
It's 48 different interactions that I have.
If only you could get like a bot to do that for you.
I'm sure you can, but I can't afford it, but I also enjoy it. It's like a learning process for me. It's like what works, what doesn't work, and then I can get real time feedback in terms of the things that I'm doing. So.
At least social media, you're not face to face.
Yeah,
that's what I fucking dude. I
hate like small talk and chit chat and
I did a show.
pleasantries.
Yeah, I did a show the other night, and the guy that booked me was introducing me to all these people, which I really appreciate. It's a super nice gesture, and I love that I'm meeting all these people and getting all these contacts. But I was just like so overwhelmed, just like having to be like, "Hi, hey," and just like have this smile on your face and all this energy. It's just like I just got off stage too, so I was just like, you know that feeling where you're just like your senses are still like popping,
still firing hot.
Yeah, and you're just like wired. So I mean, I guess that was probably the best time because I if I was just like chill and laid back, I'd probably be like, "Yo."
Maybe they would have appreciated it more. If you were just like, "Yo, like I like this guy. He's not fake. He's just."
Well, I mean, I wasn't like I'm never like over the top.
Yeah,
but I was very overwhelmed. But you're
also a little socially retarded.
Yes, that's true.
You relate a little too much with the children that you work with.
God damn it.
Social anxiety is real though, and I think it's not it's developed more as of late because of population. Just like humanity and the interactions that we have in the world has changed how we interact with people, and like our lack of experience face to face has developed this anxiety about being around people and interacting with people face to face, and like because being able to read facial expressions and body language is wired into you. You don't think about it.
Yeah, we take it for granted.
Yeah. And when you don't get to use that early on, and just it's our society now that doesn't allow you to exercise those things. You're not around the same 100 people, and you know everyone's predictable. It's like, oh fuck, is this person crazy? Like, I don't feel safe right now. So,
but also like the definition of crazy has broadened greatly.
Yeah, and I have social anxiety too, and I don't like interacting with crazy people, and that's the worst part about doing comedy for me.
Isn't it weird that like some people will like, if there's a crazy person that walks up to a group, there's always like one person that's just like, let's talk to him. Let's
Yeah.
pick it up. And I'm just like, no, dude, like I don't have a lighter. No, like,
No, thank you.
nope.
Yeah, Aaron.
You bring me up.
When Aaron and I went to LA for that show at the 5-Star Bar, like there was this group of people that I made eye contact with on stage, and I was like, "Oh, you guys are crazy." Like, you know how people just kind of stick out, and you're like, you're not interacting with this whole situation the same way everyone else is. Kind of. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I picked that out while I was on stage, and then Aaron wanted to hang out with them and talk to them because he was running around, and I was like,
he told me
I'm gonna pretend these people don't even exist because I don't know. I can't predict what they're gonna do next. We might get thrown in a trunk or something and driven off somewhere.
Yeah, they might have contacts.
Yeah. So people just make me nervous. I just like to hang out with my friends.
No, I agree.
And like,
it takes me a while to trust people.
Yeah. They were like, "This is the green room," and I was like, "Oh, really?" Because everyone's up here right now. I feel like this is the lobby.
That's weird.
It was a hip hop show. Everyone was there. It's everyone and their mama. Their mama was there too, and not even joking.
Can't complain.
When
you got a crowd.
A real family walked in, and then a comic was on stage, and the poor girl was probably the whitest, most defenseless thing ever, and it worried Aaron to the core.
I bet it did.
It shook him. It really did. He was like, "Oh no! Oh no!"
He has way too much like empathy.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's good, obviously, to have that as a person, but it's like you need to learn when to like dissociate.
Yeah, let him like this is the nature of the world.
Yeah,
this is
like,
welcome.
Sorry, dude. I'm just glad it's not me.
Yeah.
You know,
like I said, I don't like being around crazy people, but I love spectating.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I don't know,
That's my
I don't need to be
role,
close.
too, yeah,
but I like to watch from a distance, please.
Yeah.
So watching crazy people go on stage while crazy people is the worst part. That's probably the best part. Is like, oh, you have no idea what's going on. Cool.
Watching crazy people on stage, oh, dude, it drives me crazy, man.
No,
when they like
I see
sign
what
up.
you did there.
That was funny. I didn't. That was not intended. I'm not that smart. It just like as a comic, it's just like, dude, like you clearly have no idea how this works.
Yeah,
and like
it makes me sad.
Most normal people would have a really hard time doing stand up decently, and you get someone that's not like all the way there. Yeah, right.
I feel like though most people can do stand up.
They can do it, but they can't do it well or decent even.
I don't know.
Dude, they tell inside jokes. They tell personal stories that aren't funny.
Jesus, at me next time.
Yeah, I will on a tweet.
I do that too.
I mean, yeah, but you know, there's a craft to telling stories.
Yeah,
you can't because most of a story is a setup. Your story is 3.5 minutes long. 3 of it is a setup.
Yeah.
So you have to figure out how to get funny in your setup before the big punch that is the end of the story, you know? And most people don't realize that their stories aren't inherently funny.
Yeah,
so,
I guess I could see that.
And so they're not like, oh, I just have to tell the story. And it's like, no, you have to say funny things.
Yeah, and then when they just tell the story and they're like, if you were there, it would have been funny.
You had to be there.
Yeah, you had to be there. That's like, no, you just suck at telling stories.
Yeah. It's like, it's your job to make me feel like I was there.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
We even with energy. I guess you're right. Most people, the entry bar, I guess, is my point.
That's what, I mean, I think we were talking about this before the podcast, but like, comedy is the easiest thing to get into as far as an entertainment.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it.
Show business.
Yeah. Because like, it's way harder to be an actor.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do auditions, and even if you can't just do auditions and say you're an actor, you have to get work.
Yeah,
but you can.
No, but there are plenty people that just do auditions. It's like, I'm an actor. We're at Applebee's working right now. You work here.
But at least those people probably did like theater of some sort. At the very least.
Yeah.
So maybe they've done something, but like.
They've been in a production.
Right. Or like a musician can like write a song and be like, I'm a musician. I've wrote music. Like that's fine. But it's harder. And then to get people to listen to you would be harder as a musician, I feel like.
Yeah. A lot of people tune out from music a lot. Just like,
Yeah.
especially at open mics too. Even if it's a mixed mic, I watch people just like shut off as soon as music starts playing. Like they'll pay attention, but their eyes just glaze over. Like I'm not listening to this.
It's not. It's not as stimulating as comedy. I mean,
comedy's not always that stimulating.
that's
either.
true. God, it's so subjective. I guess
It
is.
is.
It's so stupid.
But
to
you're right
talk
though.
about.
The entry level is low because like if you want to be an actor, you got to actively look for auditions. If
Like,
you want to be a
as a-
musician,
yeah,
you have to learn an instrument.
Right. As a comic, you don't have to write. You don't have to have anything to talk about. You just find some place that has a microphone.
Which,
you don't
pause,
you
if
don't
you
need
are a
any
comic, you
equipment.
should do both of those things. You should be writing
Yeah.
and you should talk about interesting things. Like,
Yeah, but you don't have to. But that's the problem. Is like you don't have to do that. And if you do, if you just get on stage
Yeah.
for long enough, even if you don't get laughs, you can be like, I'm a comedian.
yeah.
It's like,
But no one that's a real comic will like respect that, you know?
Yeah.
I've always felt like the word comic and the title comic cannot come from yourself, like a good nickname. Like you're not a comic until someone you respect as a comic calls you a comic. Like
yeah.
you can say you do, like I will still say that I do comedy because most nights I don't feel like a comic.
Mhm.
I'm busy bombing. I'm sorry.
Dude, when I was doing the Comedy Trip
Mhm.
podcast, I had Mike Cano on, and he was like, and I was like, we were kind of talking about how I was like, I don't like to like call myself a comic like or a comedian yet. And
Mhm.
he's like, what are you talking about? He's like, of course you are. Like you run the show here, you fucking like you're
I
doing
bet
it.
that felt good.
I did. And he's like, you're doing it multiple times a week. It's like, and for a few years now, it's like, yeah, you are. And I mean, it's not like I don't get laughs. So
That's true.
I can, and at that, and he made me say it on air. It was so uncomfortable. I felt so weird. He was just like, say it, say you're coming. I was like, oh.
So how's the family, Mike?
Yeah. Shout out to Mike Cano. That's my boy. He's cool.
Yeah, I met him one time. It's weird how like I have a pretty decent memory for the amount of drugs I consume. I remember everything, and a lot of people don't remember meeting me. And I guess I'm not memorable or anything, or I was an asshole, and they're like, let's just start over. Like
I saw, the Verzi triplets on Wednesday night.
hmm
And I did a show with them. Fuck, dude, at Flappers. It was with them and Preacher Lawson.
Nice.
This would have been like 2 years ago,
Nice.
maybe at least like I'd say at most 2 years. But anyway, but we were just at the same mic that night, and they recognized me.
That's cool.
And I was like, that's weird. Like I don't know. It was odd. That's all. Not that, like I appreciate it and that's cool, but it was just like whoa. Like we only did one show together, and I don't even think you follow me on Instagram.
We're not really friends.
So it's like
rude.
It's just it was just like wow. I mean, people. I think some people just like stand out more to others. Like there's just like you just connect with someone's set maybe a little bit, and you just remember them better than other people. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you have?
It's
Because
weird.
I do. I have like a not necessarily friends, like because I remember most of the people I meet. I have like a greatest hits in my head for like every city that I'm planning to go to. Like if I go to Pomona, I'm like, oh, I know I'm gonna see this person and this person. This person's gonna do good. It's gonna be entertaining. And then like if I go to LA, I have those people.
Huh.
And it's like, do you have a greatest hits per city kind
I
of
don't- not
list
that-
going
I mean,
on?
I know who I'm generally gonna see at places,
Mm.
but no, I don't really think about it that much.
Hmm.
I'm always too in my own head. I don't know why you guys think about so much like different shit than I do.
I'm just observant of like, because like there's not a whole lot going on in my head. Like it's pretty quiet up there most of the time.
Uh-huh.
Everyone's like, you look angry. It's like, honestly, I wasn't thinking about anything. Like I just have resting don't talk to me face.
yeah,
Like
yeah, resting dick face.
yeah. Well, no, I don't want a dick on my face. I just
While you're resting, you know.
yeah, definitely not. That's rude. That's a white boy thing.
Yeah,
to put a
totally.
dick right on your forehead with
Yeah.
some baby powder. Like,
Yeah, like 13-year-old white kid.
stupid. That's how you get punched. Don't
That's
do
called
that
a
to me.
mushroom stamp, by the way. Put the dick on, baby powder over top.
Does it have to be baby powder?
I mean, it's just.
I
gotta
thought
be...
that was just smacking your dick in someone's face. I thought that was a mushroom.
Well, I mean,
stamp.
when you think about it, then you have like, and you pull your dick away, then there's like there's like the outline of the dick of the like the mushroom.
Okay, sure.
You get what I'm saying?
No, mine's more like molehill.
Well,
stamp.
you know.
Just mound. What is that? I don't know. I think it's a nipple.
Looks like a mound of hair.
Yeah. So.
So yeah,
What was I saying?
I don't
forgot.
know, dude.
We can get into our list.
Yeah.
Because, we're just talking shit now about life, liberty. Like, we've been hanging out for like an hour now before the podcast, and apparently we didn't get enough of our shit talking out.
We don't.
What were we talking about today, William Henderson? You brought goods.
Yeah, I brought, let's see, what episode, or what do they call these? Issue. This is
Episode.
I'm so stupid.
This episode of IGN brought to you by Laguna Buddy System.
So this is issue 310 of Game Informer. Not sure what month it is. I think it was January. It's got Sekiro on the cover, if anybody is curious and looking at it. But they have Games of the Year from 2018. They have a bunch of pages of this, but I thought we would just go over the editor and reader games. Like, the editors chose like by genre, sort of, and then the readers chose by the same genre, and they compared them. The Game of the Year, I'm going to wait till later. This was an interesting, I guess you could call it genre, but best games as service, which is a nice way of saying
who had the most microtransactions?
Yeah, pretty much.
Really?
Yeah, more or less. That's it. That's it. You nailed it. It's just like who has the best like options for a store. I don't even know. Like they don't even go over the criteria for their fucking games. But I mean, take a guess. Just take a guess.
Fortnite.
Yeah, of course. It didn't even come out in 2018, but you can't.
They're like Fortnite on Apple computers.
but it legit like it. And there was actually an argument in this issue that they talked about. Like, a lot of people were like, it should be the Game of the Year for 2018 because it made such an impact and it was such a big deal, and still is.
Yeah.
That
fucking
even
Battlefield's coming out with a battle royale.
I know. Even though it didn't come out in 2018, it's like it was still the biggest game. So it's like, but you have to have like a cutoff. It's like we've talked about that game, you know. We've been over it.
That game's had its awards.
Exactly. Although they might have been a little too late for Game of the Year in 2018. I don't know, but I mean, not that this matters. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't so. But I don't know. I just thought that was interesting that they even put that, because it's like we have to give Fortnite a shout out somehow, because that's what people want to see. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, because if you don't put it in, then someone's gonna bitch like, "What do you mean Fortnite? Hey, look at these fucking stats, bro."
Yeah. So, but that was the editor and reader choice, because I don't think anybody ever even plays any other games as service. Like, Clash of Clans isn't a thing anymore.
True.
And like, I feel like people are way more apt to spend money on something like Fortnite than like Clash of Clans.
Why?
I don't know. Dude, there's something about like the visual of your character and how it looks. I spent so much money on clothes in Red Dead last night. I spent like $100-something, and I was like, fuck. I didn't want to do it, but then when I was done, I was like, okay, like, I'm not mad at this. I was pretty content with
I'm playing online Red Dead the way I played the story. I do a mission, and then I go to the gun shop, and I see what I can get. Like, I still have my regular wardrobe, like, but my guns are dope.
I literally only got clothes because we went in the mountains that one time, and it was like, you're cold and you don't have clothes for. I was like, oh yeah, I probably can't wear overalls and no boots
and fucking suspenders.
Yeah, dude, that's just the character I wanted to play, man. It's a fucking psychopath. So I'm gonna have that for my cold weather, and then I'm gonna do the suspenders still when I have. But yeah, anyway, I've
been walking around with a rare shotgun, by the way.
Did you get one?
Yeah, I did. I needed the daily challenge.
I spent my first gold bar last night.
On what? Close.
A duster coat, I think. It was only one.
You know how I know you're gay? No.
It was only one. So, but
what? You have like 7, right now?
Something like that. But dude, I was thinking about it. The daily challenges now, every one that you do, you get 1/10 of a gold bar. So it's like every 2 days you're getting 1.5.
Well,
if you do all 7.
Everything I want is fucking 50 gold bars.
Yeah. So I guess like I know. Well, yeah, but you're also really low level. Like, if you were that level, and because a lot of shit's like,
I guess so. By the time you're like level 64, you probably stockpiled a bunch of gold anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
And it's like even if you do only 5 of the 7 challenges, like, I mean, every other day that's a gold bar.
Yeah. You and I are like dying to do a Red Dead Online episode, but we're not near level 30 yet. So you guys are going to have to come back for this level 30 breakdown.
At 30, and then we're going to do one at 50, and then 100. We're getting there, dude.
And if there's a Prestige, we're going to do that. And then do it again.
Imagine Prestige in Red Dead where you only play with, like, Red Dead, like, fucking, like, the worst of the worst people.
That'd be great. Yeah. Yeah, and your camp burns down, and that's why you have to Prestige.
True PvP. Okay. Let's move on. Best strategy game. I don't know either of these games.
Like RTS strategy, real-time strategy for those listeners that don't know what that is?
I don't know. These kind of just look, I mean, they're both clearly like Japanese-made games. I don't have any information. I just have a screenshot from them, so I apologize. Reader's Choice, Valkyria Chronicles 4.
Dope name.
Yeah, sounds cool.
Yeah, I bet the cover was dope as fuck too.
Yep, probably. Looks like a little anime style. I'm guessing like decision making. I don't know. And then Into the Breach, which looks more like a
I feel like
16-bit game.
Yeah, I feel like I heard about that game
really?
Actually. Yeah, someone was saying might have been Cody Deckard. Cody is always be like, "Hey, have you tried this game?" And I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Oh, you can download it here." It's like, "Well, then of course I haven't tried it. You fucking weird video game hipster dude. Like, you found the game. Why would I run into it?" Like,
yeah.
But I think he was telling me about it. Like, is it like a side scroller? Does it look like that?
It looks like sort of just like a platformy, like,
where is it?
Almost like tower defense.
Oh,
type.
Okay. I don't know. Someone told me about it. I did hear about it, so it's cool that it made a list of important games. So.
Must be good.
Yeah.
Let's move on, I guess. Best racing game. Both editor and readers chose Forza Horizon 4.
Forza's fun. I haven't
good,
played them
dude.
recently, but I mean, every single one I picked up, like I told you, sometimes racing games, it's just like, all right, this is too real for me. Like,
yeah,
that's too realistic.
Yeah,
I have to turn off traction control. Too much to do.
Yeah,
but Forza's always been fun.
That's the thing now. Like, games are like, we have to make it as real as possible. And isn't there a third party that's like, I don't want it to be.
Yeah. Oh, give me fucking Burnout. Burnout's great. I love
Burnout. Dude, on my iPad, I have this game called Asphalt. I think we talked about it in one of the early episodes, maybe.
Is that the one where you drift and stuff?
Yeah. And like, you fucking knock people over and you like hit ramps and do like spins. It's like a car's never done a spun, like never spun in midair and landed and kept driving. It's like, that doesn't happen. You do barrel rolls and shit. It's fucking cool. Nitro. It's fucking cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I like racing games, but I don't know, like, I've played NASCAR games in the past, and it's like, what am I doing?
Like, I played the story mode on Gran Turismo 3, maybe? Maybe that was the one on PlayStation. I don't know. Whichever Gran Turismo came out on PlayStation 2. And, like, the graphics were good, and it was fun. That's why I picked it up. But it was like, it did just feel like a grind at a certain point. It's like, oh, you got your B license? Cool. Go get your A license now. And you're like, What? I have to do this in how? I don't know how to do that track that quick.
Yeah.
Like, it just got difficult.
And there's something like with racing games where it's like, all right, like, I want to do something else. That's why, like, Grand Theft Auto is so great because you can race.
Yeah.
And then you can just be like, all right, I'm done driving and get out and hop on a bike or fucking just run around and beat the shit out of people.
Did you play Need for Speed Underground?
No.
I love that game. It got ridiculous. Like, it came out when Fast and the Furious came out, so it was one of those, like, as you upgrade your car, you get, your level gets higher. But the first Need for Speed Underground, it wasn't like the cooler your car looks, the higher your rep was. It was the more shit you could put on your car, the higher your rep was. So, like, I ended up having this Honda Civic with this, like, triple layer spoiler on it with like, neon flashing underlights and just horrendous stickers.
Just because it was...
Yeah, because you had to. Like, it was like, oh, add this. And it's like, I don't like how it looks, but that was the only way to get that level of rep and to get that score multiplier. But between games, there was enough game modes that, like, even when you were racing, it didn't feel like you were racing. Because it was an open world, so it would be like a time trial, but you could plan your time trial to get to that spot on the race. So you're not really racing. You're just driving to your next mission, but then you do the time. So it was enough variety where it didn't feel railroady and repetitive. But it was...
That's definitely like a newer thing for racing games, the open world type. which is kind of strange
Yeah,
for that kind of
yeah.
game, but I think it works for it for sure.
There was a game that the island I grew up on, like the area, that was pretty accurately remade in a video game, and it was a racing game. And so if you knew certain like routes and like certain streets, it more often than not was there, and you could make your own like little shortcuts to get there.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty dope. I
That's
don't even remember
cool.
what it was called, but someone showed it to me, and I was like, "Oh, you can go this way." Because I was when I was 18, I worked at a warehouse, but I didn't have my contractor license with my CDL or whatever, so I could only drive a 6-pallet flatbed truck. But I was their local delivery driver, so there were like little like dirt roads that I knew about because I was trying to cut time and stuff, or park, or hide.
Yep.
And I would like take it, and I was like, "Oh, that's fucking there, sweet," and then get the time. It wasn't a good
That's
game.
crazy.
The mechanics were weird, but the attention to detail, I was like, "Oh, this is dope."
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
It was cool.
That's really awesome. that's so crazy. I would never be able to do that like with Michigan. Nobody's ever gonna make like an exact replica of my home.
They might. You might.
Nope,
knows?
I
No.
sure won't. Nope, I don't have that kind of skill.
Too much drag racing in that game, right?
Mhm. What game?
In your Michigan game.
It would just be drunk driving. That'd be a game mode.
What would it be? It'd be called DRNK, drunk, with
Yeah.
the K backwards.
DRNK.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Rockstar, hit us up.
Yep.
More ideas, dude.
We keep just feeding them to you. Hashtag Gameboiz.
That sounds like a game that Steam would be able to put out. Or Valve
Oh,
on,
yeah.
on
Yeah,
fucking,
yeah.
I mean, they almost put out a rape game.
They
So
put
it's
out
like,
put out drunk on April Fool's Day.
yeah.
Perfect. Or St. Patrick's Day.
Why are we not getting more money?
I don't know. We're so good.
I know.
At everything we do, we're so good. Everything.
I hate us sometimes. You know that? All right. Best virtual reality game.
Life. This life in general.
And it also got best rhythm/music game. Beat Saber.
Yeah, dope. Great idea.
Editor and reader.
As soon as the Wii came out, I was like, why don't we have a Jedi game? Why don't we have a game where you can just use a lightsaber? Fine, it's licensing, call it a laser sword. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, there's Star Wars has the weird like headset that's made for like phones, and it has the saber. Have you seen these like in Best
No,
Buy?
I have not.
They're like
I'm glad
$300.
I didn't. I would have bought it.
Yeah, they're like $300 though. It's kind of ridiculous. Like it comes with a headset and then like a lightsaber, like it's like a handle,
Nice.
and it becomes like a virtual. Like I don't know. But it's Star Wars.
And you probably don't have this information, but I'm going to ask anyway. Can you use like your own lightsaber? And will it track it, or is there technology in that lightsaber?
I think there's technology. I think
Fuck.
it's like a controller.
Because there's like a whole market and group of people that make and play with custom sabers. Are you aware of this? Like,
Yes,
it's a
yes.
huge, and the only thing
I
keeping me
knew-
out of that population is money.
I worked with someone. I worked with someone at the comedy club that made them.
Did he make were they just props, or were they stunt sabers too? Because there's
I think they
dope
were just
looking ones
props.
that they have like battle blades that light up now.
That
Like
sounds scary,
it's
dude.
dope.
Sounds really dangerous, actually.
Why? It's not a real lightsaber, dude. It's just fucking. It's like kendo with glow sticks.
Yeah, but it can cut.
No. It's not a blade. It's like a tube. It's a bulb.
Yeah, but it
Um,
can still break, right?
They're pretty unbreakable. As long
Really?
as it's pretty close to like. There's levels. That's why there's like a decorative blade, and then there's I think they call them battle blades, and it's like
Ooh,
it's
that sounds like a video game.
it's wrapped in like plastic, kind of like your car windows and stuff. Like when that
Okay.
cracked, it cracks, but it stays in one piece.
Yeah,
For safety.
interesting.
So
Very
all right,
interesting.
there, you got me excited.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Beat Saber. I mean, it's definitely a good idea for the system, like the PSVR
Mhm.
and the PlayStation Move controllers. When it comes to like lightsabers, it's like, dude, I want to do Star Wars shit.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
don't give me a saber and not have like droids shooting shit. I'm like twing twing, you know, like blocking the
I
bullets.
completely agree.
Oh, that would be so
I
cool,
completely
dude.
agree. Yeah, that's easy. First person Jedi.
Yeah,
I don't know why that hasn't already happened.
yeah, that
Like,
should be done already for
yeah,
sure.
It should be perfect. You guys should be remastering that at this point.
Yeah,
Like, stupid fucks.
yeah.
And then you
Yeah,
can
that hasn't
move the
even-
controller, and
that
then there's
didn't
your
even-
force push. Like, hello.
Or like turn it
Jesus.
side. Well, because that would be like you want to stab.
Well, then, I mean, doesn't the move controller have buttons? If you
good
just
point.
let go of the button and you move it, then there's your force push, and you do 2, and that's lightning. Oh, come on,
you guys. This is so easy. It's so easy.
We'll do this tomorrow.
Dude.
We'll do it tomorrow, bro.
Yeah. But I'm honestly surprised that there hasn't been like a normal, like not VR first person Jedi game, or is there?
No. The only thing I can think of that's close is third person. It's the Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
And like that's probably the best way to do it.
especially that game. I was gonna say I don't know if that game would work in first person.
Yeah,
There's so
yeah.
much to do. That's why.
Yeah.
And like
But
wall jumping.
it could
and
be
shit.
like the Red Dead where it's like, here's your option.
Yeah.
First person or
Yeah. Red Dead in first person is kind of garbage though.
I'm not, dude. I think a lot of people play that way.
Well, they're stupid.
I agree.
They're dumb.
It's weird. I mean, I like how it looks like when you're holding the guns and shit. You can like you really see the detail, so that's cool. But like, I don't know. Maybe it would be easier.
Maybe I think it's just that the visual space in the first person is not adequate for the gameplay of Red Dead 2.
Yes.
Red Dead
Especially
2's
in like PvP.
Yeah. It's designed to be played where you can see a lot from over the shoulder, because it's more fluid that way. When you're first person, there's too much looking around. Like I can't see. But it is more immersive that way. You know what? When you leave, I'm gonna put on the headset and try and play it in first person. See what happens.
I'll tell you what, dude. Since I got a nice headset, I don't play my games on the TV. Like, I always have the headset on.
That's fair. Yeah.
Even if
cool.
I don't, even if I'm just like, even if I'm not in a party with anyone, I just have it on. Especially like they're a little bassy, dude. Rockstar's use of sub bass, you don't notice it like when you're just playing on a TV. But like when you have it in headphones. And it, like you just get to like certain areas and it's just like, bull. What the fuck?
Like when you're in the mountains and stuff, or like when you're in the cave, the sounds change when you're from the cave to the mountains.
The detail is just it's so crazy and it sounds so cool and like you can hear like I'll be like looking for a bird and it'll like make a noise. I'm like, oh, it's to the left.
Yeah,
it's up
there.
To the left. It's like what? I don't know how they do
Dude,
that.
When
it's fucking...
Red Dead's one of the only games I will like get up off the couch to turn on the surround sound for.
Oh yeah,
for sure. Because then it's like. I hear everything. It's cool. It's so fucking dope.
It's great. It's so good, man.
What's not easy to hear though is footsteps, and that's when I'm playing Call of Duty, I put my headset in. It's like because then I want to hear someone's on the other room or something.
Right.
So I frequently shoot people through walls. That's why. Like I know where you're sitting.
Savage.
Yeah.
Dude.
Like on Shipment. There's that one crate or a trailer that most people will hide behind. It's on the outside, but there's only 2 spots for you to stand in, and so I just go rat rat. And most times people die, so they'd get mad. I'd be like, if I saw that, I would be so pissed.
Dude, that is the most ridiculous map of all time.
Yeah, it's fun.
Like it's so fun. It's so fast paced. My blood pressure or whatever the fuck, dude, just gets so.
We got to get 2 more people to play Call of Duty with us so that we can party up and play Shipment, or like free for all. 4 of us.
Can you
just
do
go.
that and you're in a party?
I think so.
Free for all?
Yeah,
No,
because you
I
can
don't
make
think
your own
so.
private game.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. I thought you meant like online.
Oh,
yeah, like yes, online, but in a private game.
Yeah. You might still be able to. I don't know. We'll see.
Played it like 1,000 kills, whatever. The fuck.
It's a game of attrition. It ends when we're all just like, I'm not playing anymore. I'm done.
I have a blister.
My PlayStation skin has a blister that we've been playing so long.
Yeah. Let's see. Best Nintendo exclusive. This is kind of an obvious one.
Zelda?
No.
Fuck you.
Come on, take another guess.
Pokemon.
All right, dude. I'll just tell you at this point. I thought it would be more obvious.
I want one more guess.
Both editor and reader chose one more. If you don't get it this time, I'm gonna be surprised.
Counter-Strike.
You fucking. It's Nintendo.
I'm just trolling at this point.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Oh, what is that? 7 now?
Fuck if I know, dude.
Yeah. They really knocked it out of the park with the first one, though. And like they were like, here's the
64.
framework, perfect. Let's keep doing that. What do you want to do? Add different items once in a while. Like that's all they've done.
Did you know when they first made that game, they weren't sure if Nintendo was gonna buy it, and so they used different skins. They didn't use the Nintendo like the characters.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there was an article in one of the Game Informers.
That's one of the best the best ways to do that. Like Kingdom Hearts does it as well. It's like you just skin your characters with with things that are familiar and people will buy it.
Yeah, it's like you could make up characters, or
or
just
even
use other people. Just pay
use-
for other ones.
Yes, Smash Brothers started using like B bench characters, like in the same way like Marvel before the movies came out. Nobody knew who the fuck Iron Man was. Like nobody. He wasn't a big character. He was a B bench, but now he's A bench, and I think Smash Brothers is doing that a lot too. Like they had the Ice Climber twins back in the day. Like no one knows who the fucking Ice Climbers twins. What game that was from? It's from an NES game. Like it's old school, and like Roy and you can get deep cuts, and you hit the demographic like right on the head almost every time. They're like, oh, you have what? That's fucking dope. They're like, you have Ness's outfit from the cutscene in the second game. Like, what? It's cool.
That's crazy.
So deep cuts, and there's never anything new. That's the problem with that game, though. It's never like, oh, this is fresh new gameplay. It's always, don't fall off the map, and it's predictable. But fun and hard.
Yeah, it's one of those games. It's just like a button smasher to me. I know it's not, but like to me, I'm just like, just fucking hit something.
It's frustrating when someone knows how to play, though.
Yeah.
Like they can put you in a spot where you're like, I'm done. I'll walk away. You don't need me for this. Like,
even if I play, it won't change the outcome of this. Yeah. Okay. Best sports game. Reader's choice. Mario Tennis Aces.
Huh.
We were talking about. We were like, "Is there still Mario Tennis game?" Yep, sure
apparently,
is.
Apparently,
man.
it's one of the best ones too.
I bet it's. I'm trying to think for the Switch.
It's just a fucking game of
It's
Mario.
not like.
Wah-ha!
Yeah. Just imagine Serena Williams making the Mario sound. Like,
woohoo!
That was really good, man.
But it's a me, Serena.
That's so funny. I wonder what I'm assuming it's for the Twitch, the Switch.
I want a Switch.
You should get one.
All right, bye. I'm out. I'm gonna go buy
I'm
it.
gonna go buy a Twitch.
Yeah.
Or a Switch. Why the fuck?
It's because we're on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Gameboiz podcast.
It's what's on my mind. So that was the reader's choice. I would get I'm trying to. It was the N64 that I played Mario Tennis on, and that game was fun as hell.
I never had it, but I did play it. Yeah.
So that was fun. I bet you that's a good time. And then editor's choice NBA 2K19.
That's the one you told me to play.
I did say that was definitely one of the best sports games.
Is that the one where you could participate in the post-game conference?
They used to do that. I don't know. I haven't played this one, so I couldn't tell you, but they have done that in the past. And it seemed like one of those things where it was like, once you introduce it, it's like they probably won't stop doing like not that necessarily, but something along those lines.
Yeah,
you get
like
what I'm saying?
your rep.
A
Is
little
based
bit
on
of
your...
an RPG type, yeah,
That makes sense.
a reputation kind of thing. So yeah, it's probably fun. If it's cheap, I might get it someday if it's on sale or something.
Yeah, or free to play. Please. PlayStation.
PlayStation, Sony, listen to us.
Right.
That would be nice.
You think the NBA would be like, no, we want money. You're never gonna give that for free.
I'm trying to think who makes it. 2K is
EA?
no,
because
they would call it NBA because they make NBA Live, which surprisingly came back after like 7 years off or some shit. Like they stopped making NBA Live games for a while. I don't know how long, but it seems like a long time. And because of 2K, because they were so popular and they were just blowing them out of the water. And then NBA Live made a comeback a few years ago. So
I had no idea.
NBA Live was a little more like arcadey, whereas 2K took the realism route in that kind of aspect. So, that's winning over nowadays. Like most people want real game, like real shit.
That makes yeah.
Does it make sense?
It does, because like you have those people that that are watching the sport that wish they could play the sport, but the arcadey version of that game is not going to give them what they want. They're not
true.
Using the same like muscle thoughts.
Yeah, there is something about like a ball lighting on fire and dude jumping 30 feet in the air, and you're like, "Fuck this shit, dude!" Like I don't even have a chance to stop him. That's fucking stupid. Like,
yeah.
So, yeah, I get it. I definitely get it. And I mean, when I play like Red Dead, that's what I'm like. This is so fucking like realistic seeming. as far as I know about Western shit. Like,
Dude, there was a flock of. We keep talking about Red Dead, but this is my last one.
It's so good.
There was a flock of like geese, like 6 of them. That I was like, I wonder if I can get them like all before they get out of screen. And I did. I did.
You? Good for you. One of the challenges today is to kill 20 animals. So I was just.
Oh, I didn't know that. Guess I'm doing that.
Just rolling out, just picking shit.
I'm not
off.
going to the gym today, so
Fuck
I guess
the gym, dude. Get your workout online. Best MMO.
Warcraft.
Excuse me. Editor choice: World of Warcraft, Battle for Azeroth.
Oh yeah, I should make that clear now that the movies come up and fucked everything up.
Nope.
World of Warcraft is what I meant.
Warcraft was the RTS.
Yeah, but
So-
like now, especially mainstream people that aren't aware of Warcraft, they're like, "Oh, Warcraft, it's that Blizzard game." But it's like, well, sort of. Like they're playing World of Warcraft though. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it's different. It's different.
Slow
Yeah.
your roll, home slice.
Must be good. I'm sad I'm missing out. Someday I'm gonna get back into that game.
I hope not, because then this podcast is over.
Oh yeah, we won't be
I'm
playing.
like, you want to
anymore.
record? Nope.
No, sure don't. Don't have time. Got to do my dailies.
You're like, I'll Skype in.
That's why that's why I've been loving Red Dead Online, because the challenges makes me feel. It feels like, wow, like here's my daily quest that I have to do.
Before they implemented the daily challenges, there was a lot of just like dead time.
Yeah, it's like, what do we do?
Yeah, a lot of Red Dead time.
Yeah,
And
and like now I'm like, okay, I need to go all the way to New Austin. It's like, I don't want to do that, but fuck it, I'm going to now.
Yesterday's challenges, you told me before you logged off, like where everything was, and I was like, oh, I have to do those 2 left, and those are the only 2 I didn't do. Like I got the shotgun, I got everything else, and I felt productive, and then all of a sudden I'm like, all right, where were the squirrels? Like I had no idea where to find anything, and total garbage, by the way. Like I'm not playing Red Dead to go Pokemon hunting. It's retarded.
You could have texted me, bro.
I know, but I didn't want to admit at the time that I forgot where you
I didn't
told
listen
me.
to you.
Yeah, I didn't want to know. I didn't want to start a fight, and we just made up. Is fine.
Great sex.
Quick, but great. But
Hey,
Red Dead time.
I mean, that's what you always get with me. So. So World of Warcraft, best MMO.
That was the editors.
Yeah, that was the editor
All right,
choice.
what'd the readers say?
Because they know what the fuck they're talking about. It's the best game of all time. Let's be real. It really is. Reader choice, The Elder Scrolls Online Somerset.
Never played it.
Me neither.
Didn't know that was a thing.
I have a buddy that plays it a lot, and I've actually been wanting to play it, but again, when it comes to MMORPGs, I have a very particular because of World. I'm just trained that way. It's like if it doesn't feel like that, I just won't want to play
This is
it.
garbage.
Yeah, this sucks.
Yeah, stupid.
I'm sure it's fun, but Elder Scrolls was more of like their targeting system, where it's like you have to have the person in the middle of your screen to like target them. Like I can't just like select them.
Yeah. You want a different style of combat. That's fine.
Yeah. That's why World of Warcraft is like, okay, I just target this person, and I cast my spells, or like to heal, and then I can go back to the.
There's so much more going on. That's why with those battles, like if you don't do it that way, there's no way to manage your cooldowns. There's no way to use it to heal your teammates. Like it's not team play if you have that center focused. Like
it's a lot harder to do it for sure.
Yeah.
And it's like, who's gonna healing must be so fucking hard in the Elder Scrolls. Like it must be so hard.
What if someone's like, no, it's not. It's easy.
It's like, they probably do a lot of like area of effect spells.
Yeah.
It's like within a certain range of you, or like the person with the lowest health gets healed, kind of thing. That's what I would imagine they would do.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they figured it out, and I'm sure it's a good time. I've been thinking about getting it again. If it's like on sale, it's like $20 sometime. I might get it.
Where do you get your games?
Usually GameStop.
Oh yeah, you're a pro thingy.
Yeah, I'm a pro member.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, the subscription.
You have TSA pre too, you fucking white privilege.
The Game Informer subscription is worth the money in itself. It's like you pretty much just pay for a subscription of a magazine, and then you get all these other deals at the store.
Do you get like benefits for you signing 5 of your friends up? Because that's what it sounds like right now.
That would be nice.
You should.
Nice. I should.
You should.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about my climbing gym. It's like, dude, you guys, I've brought so many members here
Can
that
I have
are
a
now
free
members.
month or something?
You just hook it up.
Yeah.
Like 1 month. One
Yeah.
month a year. You don't have to pay it, George. Happy birthday. Perfect.
Maybe we should get them as a sponsor. You know?
Probably
We
not.
can work it. Okay, probably not. kind of running out of time.
Yeah,
Fuck me. Huh?
bang through this.
All right.
What else you got?
Best cooperative game, Reader Choice Red Dead Redemption 2, which I thought was a strange choice. They should have put Red Dead Online.
Yeah.
Because that's
Yeah,
definitely
that's
what
not
they
a
mean.
co-op game?
Yeah,
Red Dead is not a co-op
no,
game?
it's not inherently.
Yeah.
But I would say that when you play online, but you don't have to. So that's the weird thing. It's like you don't have to play online, so it's not like cooperative even like required online.
Not required, definitely encouraged, though.
Yeah,
There's just some missions that it's like, yeah, I need backup. Like, I'm not going to do this on my own.
I did some stranger missions where like I just did it, and I was like, oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this on my own, but it was fine. I think they scale it based on how many people are doing the mission.
Yeah, I was clearing hideouts the other day on my own.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's a lot of people. I was like, but no, if I hunker down, just crack off headshots, we're good.
Yeah. The NPCs in that game are garbage. So.
But then when I die from one, it makes me feel like shit.
Yeah, exactly. There's like, sometimes you get jumped. I think when you have a bounty, sometimes you get jumped.
Yeah.
Like on the other side of the road. And sometimes I'll just like sprint through. Sometimes they kill me. I'm like, dude, this is fucking stupid. Because I'm not going to just stop in the middle of them. I have to go past them at least, stop, and then come back and let them come to me so I can pick them off. But it
Make your stand.
Yeah, exactly. That's what happened that one time when you logged in and there was just all those bodies.
Fucking slaughterhouse.
It was.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely a better game when you play with someone else online.
Most games are at this point. I feel like I just have more fun playing with people than by myself.
Most definitely. But it definitely is one of the most fun online experiences I've had in a long time.
Agreed.
It's
I
cool.
I agree. Those daily challenges and those updates. It's like, you know, Rockstar is listening to their demographic. And it's like, this is what you guys want? Cool.
They're killing it.
Yeah.
They're doing a good job. And then, so that was a reader choice. Editor choice, Monster Hunter World. Do you have that?
Great game.
Yeah, that's
Great
what
game.
I hear.
Very involved, though. Very hard. It's like I was saying, it's a Capcom game, so there's a skill level at a certain point. Like, you can play it for a little while, but then, like, you have to figure out, it's very RPG in that, like, there's different elemental dragons and monsters.
Oh, fuck me.
And then you have to stack your armor based on, you know, what mission you're going in. And that's another one where, like, at a certain point, you just need to bring friends because we're talking about, like, dinosaur-sized dragons and you're a little-ass dude. Like, you're not gonna...
That's like, that sounds like old school WoW type.
That's exactly
deal.
what's going on.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they were trying to do for, like, consoles and stuff. Because I remember playing this game on the PSP, and I played it very WoW-like. And, like, we would all sit down, 5 of us, and it's like, all right, we're going to go get this Rathalos. Load up. We ready? Let's go. And then, you know, I got herbs. Let's do this. And so it's essentially a raid. And then you find the monster, but it's so much harder now. Now it's like, hey, we've got a PlayStation 4. Let's dude, no shit. There's mountain-sized dragons. They're called elder dragons.
See, Skyrim got it right. It's like they're big, but they're not too big.
Yeah, no, this game, it can get overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah,
but it's fun. When you watch people that are good, it's fun because the combat system looks like a button masher, but it's not.
Right on.
It's amazing. I recommend it.
Let's get those. Best competitive multiplayer. Reader choice Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Editor choice Call of Duty Black Ops 4.
I don't know if I played Black Ops 4.
I don't think so. I don't think I know I haven't, but
Black Ops, though the original Black Ops was dope. I remember when it came out, I was like, this is so fun.
That might have been actually the last. Actually, I think Black Ops 2 was the last Call of Duty I played. Besides the remastered one.
Yeah, the this is a perfect time for the remaster, but all of them where it's like the sliding and the jumping, and now my gun lights up. Like that was just too much for me. I'm fucking old, and I just want guns and people.
Black Ops 4 also got best shooter.
Ooh,
both editor and reader.
I might have to check it out then. I'm interested. I want to see what they did and why it got that high of a rating because I can't imagine it being good.
I know, it's just been so many years of just like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
To where it's just like, all right, I'm not even going to give you a chance anymore.
So true.
Yeah. Best RPG, Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
I saw that in there, and I'm
That's interesting.
I'm a little upset that I missed the
launch.
the sale.
Oh yeah, the sale. It'll be on sale again.
Yeah,
they've been putting it on sale all the time. So I don't know if they're just trying to sell more copies or like.
Ubisoft has a great online store of merch and stuff. Like they have a very vast collection of Assassin's Creed merch and Tom Clancy merch.
So they're making money other ways
on both sides, yeah. But there's like a Desmond backpack that I've always wanted. Like it's fucking dope. Yeah,
that sounds cool.
It is cool.
Yeah.
I like the way they do it. It's very screen accurate. That's why it's not like some Chinese company was like making an Assassin's Creed shirt that they printed. It's like, no, this is what they're wearing in the Abstergo place.
Isn't it weird, like how, I mean, I guess it's not weird, but how I feel about RPGs, like a single player RPG, I'm like, what is the point of this, kind of? It's like, why am I trying to develop my character so far when there's not even other people to compare to, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know.
What's the point of a single player campaign? Like The Witcher? Or like Skyrim?
Kind of, yeah. Like Skyrim, I played it, and like I get to a point where it's like I don't want to, like, what do
I don't want to do that again.
I don't want to do this anymore. But like, there's something about, I know I keep bringing up WoW, but it's like there's something about it where you just like, because you can keep doing stuff. But like in a single player game, it's like I don't want to redo. I don't know. Am I making sense at all?
Yeah, it makes sense because like that's what Monster Hunter World does as well. Is like you get to see who's the cool like fucking raider because he's got this sword that you've never seen before because he's defeated that Rathalos 19 times.
Right? Yeah.
He's grinded those parts out, and you're like, dude, that's fucking. You put in 9 hours of that solid, probably.
Yeah, and I understand like playing a game to like beat it, like Spider-Man is sort of RPG-y. But not really, because it's, I don't know, man.
You're not necessarily building a character in Spider-Man. You're playing a character,
and you're just unlocking everything. So it's not like you take like a path.
Yeah.
So
you're not.
I wouldn't consider it an RPG in that sense.
It's interesting that like the only way you get something like that though is like if there's an aspect of PvP in that game. You know. Because like
yeah, well, I mean, or just like an MMO because you need multiple people helping it. Like it doesn't have to be versus other players, but definitely like working together.
I guess we're on different ends because I'm like, if I can't fight someone else with my character, what's the point?
I mean, yeah, that's an important part of MMOs too. I think for sure. I mean, everyone does it.
Yeah,
and it's honestly probably the most popular. Like on Twitch, dude, when they stream like North American like championships for PvP, dude, the views are insane. It's like 20,000 people watching one stream at one time.
Crazy.
It's like 10 a.m. on a Wednesday. Like that doesn't make any sense. It might even be more than that.
Wow.
But yeah, that's definitely an important thing. But it's like, why am I developing this character? It's like I can't show people. I don't know. There's a sense of like I want to show it off a little bit. Yeah.
I agree, but I mean, I think game developers are get that, and so like you get games that are still single player that I feel like the story is rich enough where it's like it feels like an experience. Because like with Skyrim, I feel like there wasn't that deep of a story. Like
the main story, but there's so much like side quests. That you get. It's like convoluted, and it seems like a lot, where it's really just a lot of just like running around and just like go kill this,
deliver this, go kill this, find this, you got that, congratulations, now you can scream at people and they go off mountains. So
there's no like it's so rare. I don't know, maybe I'm playing it wrong, but in Skyrim it's like I never got like loot. You didn't know what was good really, like you had to enchant it to like make it and it's like that's kind of boring. Like just like you could do that and like in other aspects, but
are we just thinking about in hindsight though, because there are so many games that do things like that but do it better.
The thing is like there are people out there that's their game type, that's what they like, so I can't really it's just not our preference or my preference.
I mean, but between the two of us though, I feel like we cover a broad spectrum of like interests in terms of game styles because we like different things.
For sure.
So maybe because I agree with you, like it does feel kind of empty sometimes when you drop $60 on a one-player game that doesn't have online and like no way to showcase your character that's not a fucking Snapchat picture of your screen.
Right.
Like,
right. Yeah.
So you're right. No, I agree.
It's just, I don't know. I just felt like, maybe I'm thinking about it differently, but I don't know. I'd be interested to see how it plays and like the style, like, cause I haven't played Assassin's Creed in forever, but it never
I
came
hope
off
the
as
online play is
RPG.
just as fun.
Is there online play?
For Assassin's Creed? Yeah. Remember we were talking about this where like you could sit on a bench,
Oh,
everyone's
that's
the same
right.
character. Like that shit's exciting.
Yeah.
It's
But how do
giggle
you do
worthy.
that in ancient Greece? You're
It's
in a
same
toga?
thing. Yeah, everyone's just in like you're in the fucking city square. Everyone's got a different toga, fucking different olive branch in their thing.
Yeah, that's what I want, like
Yeah.
the olive branch crown thing.
Yeah, and there's it's like et tu brute where everyone's fucking knives are in their toga, and
Yeah.
we could do this. This sounds like I
There
might
should be
pick
a
it up.
gladiator.
I'm just talking myself
Assassin's
into this
Creed.
fucking game.
Is that what this
might
is?
be it. Yeah, I
Oh.
think it's like I think you start in like one of those training ground things as like that's how you
a
pick
pit
start.
fighter.
Yeah.
That's cool. I don't have time for that game. Let's be honest. I'm playing Red Dead. That's my pretty much my focus. To be honest
Until
with it.
Red Dead 3 comes out.
Yeah. I do. With Red Dead Online, you bet your ass, man. And especially like the last few days, I've like anytime I'm like, what game do I want to play? It's like, what am I talking about? I want to play Red Dead. Like that's what I've been wanting to play. So
Yeah, it hasn't left my PlayStation in a little while, a couple days at least.
Okay, real quick. Game. I don't know. Probably not real quick, but Game of the Year. And best action game, best Sony exclusive, editor and reader choice.
Metal Gear Solid.
God of War. God of War, the new addition to the series.
I've never heard a
installment.
bad thing about a God of War game.
No, dude, I've played all of them up until this one, and they're fucking great. They're so fun. They're so unique. Especially like when they first came out.
Is there any online play where you can show off your God?
Nope.
So they did it right.
They did it right, but and there's not like there's definitely like upgrading of weapons, at least in the older ones, but it's one of those things where like you can pretty much unlock everything, so it's definitely more of like just like an action play through the story,
like Prince of Persia.
Their use of the camera angles is paramount. It's interesting because you don't control like where the camera is. It's not like a side scroller, but it's like we're only going to give you this view for this part. It's weird, but once you get used to it, it's like okay, this makes sense, and like you learn that you can like there's hidden shit, like they can just hide stuff like pretty much in plain view because it's just like behind a pillar or like in front of some stalagmites.
You're like tights, mites.
Tights?
I saw it happen in your head. Like tights, like mites.
Yeah, I was right.
I'm glad that you were accurate, though.
Yeah,
I was ready to correct you.
So I think that they had a very unique entry into video games, and I think it's just carried over. And I think when God of War 3 came out, it like the series people were kind of like, this is probably the end. Like they're not going to make any more. And then they made like mobile games. And then I was surprised when this came out. I was like, oh shit. Like I didn't expect another God of War. But when you think about it, of course there will be because they're money grab. Like they make so much money, I'm sure. But this seemed like it was a little more of like a heartfelt, cause God of War was always like brutal and just fucking just like violent as fuck and just trying to kill everything. But for like kind of like a good cause, he's trying to get like, but it's a revenge kind of thing, like vengeance. But this one, he has like his like new son, like after, and he's like raising him. I don't know. It seemed like more of like a sentimental, emotional, attempt from the makers to bring like a little bit of like, I don't want to say reality, but because it's definitely not reality, but like a human element to the game,
like a more wholesome experience.
Yeah, where it's like you have an emotional attachment to this now, where it's not just like you just went in and just like ripped heads off Medusas and shit like that. So I don't know. The next time it's on sale, I'm gonna have to pick it up because I didn't realize it was this good.
Such is the life of a comic, right?
Yeah,
I'll get it when it's on sale. We're unemployed and like.
I wish I was unemployed, man. My fucking life.
It's fun. It's cool.
Okay, we gotta wrap this up.
Yeah, we do. You got things going. I will say for my game of the year though, it's definitely Red Dead. Like Red Dead is you're right. It's the most fun that I've had in a while.
Yeah.
So my reader's choice is Red Dead 2.
Game of the year.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Of course, we didn't play God of War, but hey,
that's true. We'll come back after we'll do a God of War episode
Yeah.
once it's on sale. So put it on sale, guys, if you want free advertising.
Yeah, if
from
you would
the
like us
Gameboiz.
to finally talk about your game,
Yeah.
just
Okay,
put
you
it
got
on sale. How
fucking
hard is it?
developers stealing our ideas here.
Yeah.
Just put it on sale.
Listen to us, okay? Follow us on all of our platforms. You can find me at Slim Henderson on Instagram, at the George F. Right? Follow at the Buddy System Co. for all updates on Inland Empire comedy shows and all that shit. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel that you are currently listening to. Hit that little subscribe button. You can find us on Twitch now, twitch.tv/Gameboiz Podcast. Did I miss anything?
We're on Twitter.
We're on Twitter, Gameboiz Podcast.
I think it's Gameboiz Podcast. I don't know.
Whatever.
We'll make it. We're on Twitter. We're on YouTube. Gameboiz Podcast. We're everywhere.
Yeah.
Making shit happen. We're on Spotify.
We're on Spotify
We are
under
on
the Buddy
Spotify.
System Co. Yep, Buddy
So,
System.
Check us out, guys. We're all over the place. Got a lot of things going on. We'll see you on another episode of Gameboiz. Bye.
Hadouken! He's on fire! Come here!
It's me! Listen!